7 years ago, I made it a discovery that transformed not just my experience as a new mother, but the lives of thousands of parents in my community. I came across a groundbreaking study by Dr. Marc Weissbluth, a pediatric sleep specialist who spent decades researching baby sleep patterns. What he found was fascinating. Babies who followed consistent routines weren't just better sleepers, they showed improved cognitive development, better emotional regulation, and even stronger immune systems. But here's the thing that really caught my attention. It wasn't about following a rigid schedule. It was about understanding your baby's natural rhythms and working with them, not against them. You see, as a first-time mom, I did what many of us do. I downloaded every baby schedule app, bought all the books, and tried to force my baby into what these experts said was the perfect routine. And let me tell you, it was a disaster. My baby was cranky, I was exhausted, and nothing seemed to work. That's when I realized something crucial. Every baby is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. This brings me to what I call the flow method, a way of creating a routine that actually works because it's built around your baby's natural patterns. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how your baby gets fussy at almost the same times each day? Or how they seem more alert during certain hours? That's not a coincidence. Our babies are trying to tell us something, and when we listen, everything changes. Take my experience with my second child. Instead of imposing a schedule, I spent the first week just observing. When did she naturally want to feed? When were her alert periods? When did she start showing tired signs? I wrote everything down, and a pattern emerged. But here's what most parents miss. These patterns shift as your baby grows. What works at 2 months might not work at 4 months, and that's completely normal. Let me share a story from one of our community members, Julie. She was struggling with her 3-month-old, trying to follow a strict eat, play, sleep routine she found online. Her baby would cry through the designated playtime and refuse to sleep during sleep time. It was heartbreaking, but when she started using the flow method, everything changed. She noticed her baby naturally wanted to feed right after waking, not before sleep like the schedule suggested. Once she adjusted to this pattern, her baby became more settled, and she felt more confident as a mother. Now, let's talk about the 3 key principles of creating a routine that actually works. First, observation is your superpower. Spend at least 3 days tracking your baby's natural patterns. When do they feed? When do they seem most alert? When do they start showing tired signs? This information is gold. Second, work with your baby's wake windows. These are the periods your baby can comfortably stay awake between sleeps. But here's what most people get wrong. They try to keep their baby awake for the maximum time. Instead, watch for your baby's unique tired signs. Maybe they pull their ears, or their eyebrows turn red, or they become extra clingy. These are your cues to start the wind-down routine. Third, and this is crucial, build in flexibility. Your routine should be more like a rhythm than a rigid schedule. Some days, your baby might need more sleep, or cluster feeding might throw everything off. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection. It's having a framework that guides your day while being flexible enough to accommodate real life. Let me tell you about a technique that changed everything for me. The power hour. This is the hour after your baby wakes up when they're typically most alert and receptive. Use this time for activities that support their development. Tummy time, singing, reading. But here's the key. Watch their engagement. If they start turning away or becoming fussy, they're telling you they need a change. Remember those days when I thought I was failing because my baby wouldn't stick to the schedule? Now I know better. Success isn't about following someone else's timeline. It's about creating a routine that works for your unique baby and family situation. Maybe you're working from home and need longer wake windows in the afternoon. Maybe your baby naturally falls into a different pattern. That's all perfectly fine. You know what's amazing? When you get this right, everything else starts falling into place. Your baby becomes more settled, you can plan your day better, and suddenly you find yourself enjoying parenthood in a whole new way. But it takes time, and that's okay. You're not just creating a routine, you're learning to dance with your baby's natural rhythms. Here's something I wish someone had told me earlier. Your mental health matters just as much as the routine. Build in time for yourself, even if it's just 15 minutes during a nap. A regulated parent helps create a regulated baby. And if you're struggling, that's okay too. We've all been there. If you found this approach helpful, you'll love our video on understanding your baby's sleep cues, where we dive deeper into recognizing and responding to your baby's tired signs. And for those wondering about bedtime routines specifically, check out our Peaceful Bedtime Routine video. It's a game changer for many parents in our community. I'm Sarah, and I'm here to support you on this beautiful journey of parenthood. By the way, I've created a free printable routine tracker to help you identify your baby's natural patterns. You can download it using the link in the description below.